Hi ladies, I'm Tracy Lynn Doherty. I am passionate about marriage. I love it. And my desire is for you to love your marriage too. Because really, anyone can get married, but few can sustain a marriage. Many marry their soulmate, but in a few years find they have a roommate. I want to equip and encourage you to have the best marriage possible. Marshall and I have been married, well, in May it'll be 30 years. It hasn't always been easy or smooth sailing, but it has been great. I think our secret is that we put fight into our marriage. We fight for our marriage. If we sense a threat to our relationship from within our marriage or from outside our marriage, we immediately circle the wagons and fight for the marriage. If we fight each other, that means there's a winner and a loser. If there's a loser, then the marriage loses. We want our marriage to win, the relationship to win. Many of us focus on being better parents or better at our jobs, so we put a lot of our time and energy into those things and use the leftovers for our marriage. Well, most of us never have any time or energy left over, so the marriage gets nothing. How can we expect to have better marriages if we don't put anything into it? It's kind of like if you were in school but never attend class. You're enrolled, you're a student, but you don't show up. To have a better marriage, a great marriage, you gotta show up. So how do you put fight into your marriage? Well, it's an acronym, of course. Marshall and I are in the middle of a huge transition. Our youngest left for college recently, so we're new empty nesters. And my husband is preparing to retire from the military. Big changes. Here's the fight I'm putting into my marriage. The F in fight for me stands for fan. I'm going to be Marshall's #1 fan, head cheerleader during this time of transition. We all need someone in our corner cheering us on. As Marshall navigates the next chapter of his professional life, I'm going to be his biggest fan. Maybe the F that your marriage needs is fun. If you can't remember the last time you had fun with your marriage, it's time to put fun back into your marriage. Or maybe it's faith. Attend church together, do a Bible study together. What about first as your F? Have your priorities gotten out of whack and you need to put your marriage first before your children, your friends, other things? Forgiveness. Does your marriage need forgiveness? More F words: favorite, find, fire. Add a little fire to your marriage. Flexible, friend, and flirt. Are you still flirting with your husband? You used to. How do you think you got him? The I in fight for me is introduce. I'm going to introduce fun ideas. Marshall's the fun one in our relationship. I'm a little bit of a workaholic. He's always been the one who comes up with ideas of fun things to do together. I'm taking the time to find fun things for us to do together. Next week, we're going to a free symphony happy hour concert hosted by the Kansas City Symphony. And did you catch the free part? Having fun doesn't have to cost big bucks. I'm going to look for fun things for us to do together. Your I could be instead. By that I mean in a habit. Instead of nagging, you're going to be encouraging. Look, nagging doesn't work. No man has become a better man because he was nagged to death. What about invest? Invest more of your time and energy into your marriage. Identify. Identify things that are a threat to your marriage. Look for the little things, seem harmless enough, but could become a threat to your marriage. More I ideas. Initiate, improve, include, increase, influence. Look for positive things, positive people to influence your marriage. The G in fight for us is gift. I'm going to look for ways to be a gift to my husband. The definition of gift: a thing given willingly to someone without expecting payment. What are ways I can treat him without expecting something in return? For example, maybe a foot rub. Or last week I heard him say he needed the button on his suit sewn on. I didn't sew it on, but I did take his suit to the seamstress and then pick it up. Maybe your G word needs to be guard. You need to put more boundaries in your life to protect your marriage. What about grateful? Daily tell your husband 3 things you're grateful for about him. More G words: give, goal, grace, greet, generous, and genuine. The H in fight for me right now is health. I've had some health issues in the past year. I've taken some steps toward improving my health, but there's more I could do. Pay attention to. It may sound selfish to focus on my health. Actually, it's selfish not to. Marshall expects us to celebrate 30 more years of marriage together. For that I need to happen, I need to take care of myself. The H for your marriage may be hard. You're going to start doing the hard things to have the best marriage rather than taking the easy route. More H words: healing, hope, heart, honesty, hug, or habit. Is there a habit you need to change or a habit you need to add, such as how you greet each other when you see each other at the end of the day? The final letter in fight is T. Today is my T word. I'm a planner. If I'm not careful, I constantly focus on tomorrow, next week, next month. I'm going to become more aware of focusing on today. How can I make today a great day for each of us? I need to be in the moment. Your T might be time. Do you need to give more of your time to your marriage? Or it could be trust, talk, text, thankful, tonight. What about tongue? How do you talk to your spouse? Do you need to do some taming of the tongue? If you put fight in your marriage, it can be powerful. It's about being intentional in your marriage rather than just always assuming everything is fine or will be fine. Because if we're not intentional, next thing we know, everything is not fine. I'm going to make sure everything is great. So what fight do you need put into your marriage? I would love to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me what your fight acronym is going to be. If you would like to receive more free videos like this one, go to equipandencouragewomen.com/subscribe. If you subscribe, it's free. You'll also receive our 16-minute video, Living Your Priorities. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. All my best to you.